What's up, guys? Bringing you along for the ride as I work on this 2025 GSXR 1000. I'm installing some smoked Hotbodies flush mount turn indicators to get away from this look. It's old school charming, but it's just really not what we're looking for this bike. Yeah, that flush mount looks way better. Those are LED. It's going to go well with the LED tail tidy I've got going back there. Along with that, I do have this relay pulled apart so that it can be adjusted, but this is a TST adjustable relay that's just right there hooked up to the stock connector. It looks a little bit janky right now because the cover is off. Right there where that little Phillips head screw is, you can adjust the flash rate. So if you've installed LED lights on the back or up front, you still have incandescence, you get that real fast flashy, you can adjust that down. So let me show you what that looks like. And there you go. And as you can see, in smoked, it is still very, very predominant. But yeah, it's just a normal flash rate now. That's what I had adjusted it to. You can go a little bit slower than this, or you can adjust it to where it's a little bit faster. But either way, it keeps it from being that really annoying, super fast flash. And once you get it where you want it, you just pop the cover back on. You pop it off by using, I don't know, something thin. I used a really small screwdriver, but you know, I don't know, even a pocket knife, you can pop this thing off of there. Anyway, this is the factory rubber mount, goes right back where you found the factory one. There's the part number for that relay. Also, here's the part number for the wiring harness adapter that I'm using. This will allow you to use the factory harness instead of snipping wires, things like that. You will need to get some butt connectors, or in this case, bullet connectors. These are just 4mm, super simple. You're just gonna be installing them on your turn indicator, which I had left sitting on the gas tank. So anyway, yeah, you're gonna put those bullet connectors onto here. Those will go into your harness adapter and it'll be super painless as far as making this work. To get the stalks off of there, that is a 10mm, and for the Hotbodies, that little nut is gonna be a 8mm. And there you go, the cover's back on and she is back into her normal spot. And yeah, you just, again, you click the cover back on and it'll pop down with a pretty satisfying click once it's seated. Now, underneath here, you don't have to pull the entire fairing off the bike. You just remove that push pin, that one there, and then this guy right over here. And guys, don't forget to put the tab back in up near your radiator. If you don't do that, you'll get, right there you go. You'll get some slop and you'll wonder, why is it kind of sloppy? It's because that tab is not secure. All right, guys. It's together. No, it's not the prettiest. I did gack up the wires a little bit in the process of this, but it is together, so let's get started. All right, guys, so getting started on pulling these pins, just a small screwdriver. Oop. I'm gonna pop the pins in. Oh, there we go. Anyway, let me get these things popped out, but you get the idea. You just pop them in and then you pull them out. Giggity. So guys, now that we have access back in here, you know, by taking those pins out, you can see, since it just ran off and hid from me, that harness is just right here. The way that you separate them, you don't press this, you actually lift up on it. So you push up on it and the whole thing just kind of pops out. Now we can get our 10mm back over here and get that factory stock off. So one thing, guys, don't lose this little guy. This washer fits on the back side like that, and it will protect the plastics against that bolt. If you end up losing this, you're gonna need to have a washer, but you're better off if this thing will focus. Yeah, just keep tabs of this little guy. All right, so you're along for the ride, guys. So look, I ended up having to remove on this side, this bolt. This side was going a lot easier, and then that little push pin decided it was gonna just try to set the record for being an asshole tonight. So anyway, there's always one and I found it. So anyway, it's clicked in and everything's cool, but damn, son. All right, guys, time to get the seat back on this thing. Start getting it put back together and looking normal. Tell you what, before I put the seat panels back on, those things right there, make sure that everything is working. Oh, yeah, we got that one working. Make sure our blinkers are blinking. Yeah, there we go, guys. Nice. All right, guys, so there you have it. From the front, that is such a clean look. Absolutely like the way that this thing shows. It is just so much nicer of a look. I don't know why it couldn't have come from the factory like this. And again, guys, there is the flash rate. So guys, hopefully that helped you out. Just as a review, it is a number 4 hex and a number 5 to get the side panels off. The only real headache that I ran into, aside from the ones that I created myself with the wiring, was just on this side over here, the push pins. Guys, you got to make sure that these push pins underneath there, now you can't really see them now, but just make sure that they are engaging all of the panels. One of the ones on the left-hand side, the one that's kind of angled, is the one that was giving me a fit. I needed to unbolt the fairing and kind of wedge my hand up in there and sandwich those panels together. Well, I say sandwich, it's only 2, but that one was a little bit of a bear, but finally got it, and I am real happy with this result. So post up your comments. And I do want to thank you for stopping by, and we will look forward to seeing you on the next one. Take care.